Hey, how are you doing today? This is going to be the first video in a series teaching how to build your lifestyle, because it's one thing to build with AirCrete and have an affordable home, but it's another thing if you want to live off-grid, you want to get out of the system, to put yourself in a position where you can do that, where you don't have to go to the city job, where you don't have to stay located near a metropolitan area. I mean, let's face it, who wants to spend the rest of their life going to do something they don't love every day? Why not put all of your energy into something that benefits you? So let's get started. So what is the most mountainous obstacle that we all face whenever we want to create a new kind of life, an off-grid lifestyle? Material goods. And those material goods require money. And often when you're in a very remote location like this, money is not something that can just be made at a job down the road. So we have to begin to change the way we think, and we have to begin to create value and generate the money for ourselves. Now, that has the advantage that 100% of your effort goes directly back to you and increases the value of your life, not someone else. You get to own all your labor. But that's not what today's video is about. We want to create a passive income that works anywhere, and right now cryptocurrency is giving us that opportunity. Now, I'm not just talking about buying some Bitcoin, throwing it in a wallet and holding it, waiting for the price or assuming that the price is going up. And yes, with the inflation of the US dollar, I entirely expect the US dollar to plummet to worth nothing, Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies and tangible goods to go up massively in price. So now, to get those material goods, in spite of the supply chain pandemics that are going on right now, let's talk about how you can make a processing fee for every transaction that occurs when people change crypto. Let's talk about decentralized finance. Let's talk about ways to get that set up and working for you today. All right, so let's get to it. I'm going to tell you right now that the way we can create a passive income as far as it pertains to today's video is by providing liquidity to crypto miners. Now, what's cool about that is we get to play the banker, where instead of it being Visa or the bank taking money for every transaction, we can get a proportion of every transaction that happens, and there's millions of transactions a day. So it adds up to an annualized return of 1 to 400% income. And this is a fee that's being charged every time a transaction happens. It isn't waiting for Bitcoin to just explode or hoping that something's going to continue up. So we're going to get to that, but it's going to be premium content for those of you who have attended one of our AirCrete building workshops or who have purchased our online video AirCrete course. So if you're interested in learning how to build your own home for $26 to $36 a square foot off-grid, and having this series, I invite you to click the link below in the description and find out how you can attend one of our upcoming workshops or purchase one of our video courses, because we want to create not just something to live in, we want to create a lifestyle. So let's get on. Okay, so let's get started. As an overview, what we're going to do is you're going to need to open an account to buy crypto. Now, that's typically going to be something like Coinbase, which is easy to use, straightforward, very popular, but also the most expensive place to do this transaction. And they limit how you can buy this crypto and how much you can buy in a day. I typically am going to use something like Bitstamp. They have a pretty low fee, like 0.5%. And I'm able to do an ACH electronic transfer, so I set up an account with them. All right, so just head on over to bitstamp.net and at the top right of the screen you'll find the register option. You can do a corporate or nonprofit account, but in this example we're going to set up a personal account. So just type a first and last name and agree to Bitstamp's terms of use, which I highly recommend you actually stop to read every bit of that. Never sign anything without understanding what you're signing. Click agree and continue. They're going to send you an email, so head over to your inbox and open up the email that they send you and find the link that's down in the email and click on it. Then they're going to ask you to set a password. So set a really secure, really ridiculously long password, but also make absolutely certain that you know what this password is and you've got it recorded in a high security encrypted file store. Never leave it laying around anywhere, ever. And now it's time to get verified. All this know your customer stuff, they're going to want to know exactly who you are. So, enter the country you're from, your phone number, and then your social, and then you're going to have to provide some sort of identification, either a driver's license or a passport, whichever you happen to have or feel more comfortable using. Next, you're going to have to allow your camera to shoot a video of you. You're going to hit the record button, and then you're going to speak the numbers on the screen or the phrase. And then typically they're going to ask you to look to your right or left shoulder. So you just do that. Hit the done button. You can play back your video if you want to, but otherwise continue. And now they're going to ask for your basic financial information. So as with any typical sign up, you've got to give all this information because it's a lot like signing up for a stock market trading account or futures account or anything. They're going to want to know every detail and what exactly you plan on doing so that, again, here in the not free United States, they can decide whether or not you're qualified or if they want to limit you or control you or gather more information in some way or report you in what you're doing. I recommend just checking the fewest possible options, honestly. Now you have to upload a proof of your residence. That could be another form of ID, a bank statement, or whatever you happen to have. They're basically doing the same thing a bank does. They ask you to give them a couple different documents so that they can verify that most likely it is you and that they know what your address is. Once you've provided that information, just hit continue. And at this point, it's really just a matter of waiting for the approval process. You can go ahead and log into your account. You can now set up some options to secure your account. I use Google Authenticator, so go ahead and install that. You can install it on your PC or on your phone. And the Google Authenticator, they'll pop up a barcode for you to scan, and that'll get the Google Authenticator set up so that every time you log in, you're going to have to click and hold on the authentication that you set up and then paste that number into the login so that you can actually gain access to your account. And I know it seems like a little bit of trouble, but it's actually a very good thing to have double authentication on everything to do with finances. It may take an hour or two, it may be almost instant, or it may take a few days to get your account verified. So at this point, you just hang out until it is verified. If you would like to see the rest of this video, click the link below in the description and purchase the video course where it is included along with how to build your own AirCrete house and many other ideas for living a better life if times get worse and even if they don't.